Hi, greetings from Archaeversity. This is Professor Ramkrishna and welcome to my YouTube channel Archaeversity. Using this YouTube channel as well as my website archaeversity.com, I teach various management subjects to the students, practitioners and small business owners, entrepreneurs across the world. My lectures are of a series and you can say that once you download a playlist from the website, you can have a complete course. In the sense, instead of normally in a YouTube channels, what we see that the video lectures are posted on a specific topic and there will not be a continuation from one topic to the other topic. But in my case, in my YouTube channel, I created a playlist where each playlist is a course. In the sense, suppose if you want to learn financial management, you can download the playlist of financial management and learn the complete course of financial management. So this course is on financial accounting. So if you download the playlist of a financial accounting, you can learn the financial accounting from its basics to preparation of a final accounts. So it's a series of videos like as you learn in your college or in your education. So it is not an individual or isolated video lectures. So my video lectures are a continuous video lectures. So keep watching all these video lectures on a continuous basis, which will help you a lot in your career as well as in your business. So without much delay, in this lecture, I'm going to explain you on how to prepare a trial balance. So the trial balance is prepared based on the closing balances of ledger accounts. Is one, and a trial balance is an arithmetic calculation or summarization of your balances. Normally when we talk about accounting, we talk about a double entry of a bookkeeping, where we say that every debit has what a equivalent credit transaction. So with the trial balance, we'll try to see that whether all our debits have a equivalent credits or not. If they are not there, then at some point of a time you made an error. So you have to go back and recheck so that to identify the errors. So trial balance helps you in identifying your errors, or it helps you to measure the accuracy of your debits and credit entries into your books of records. So without delay, we move to our trial balance. So I am explaining this concept with two different examples so that you will be master in preparing a trial balance on your own. While preparation of a trial balance, you have to keep two basic rules in mind, that your assets plus expenses will have a debit balance, or we can show that we have to show them in the debit side, and your liabilities, owner's equity and revenue, these will be shown on a credit side. Then if there is any decrease in your expenditure, let us say decrease in expenses, this is shown on a credit side, and decrease in revenue is shown on a debit side. So we'll have a set of transactions here or balances from a ledger books. So using that, we prepare a trial balance. So in preparation of a trial balance, we'll have a format like, so just I'm drawing a simple format. So here you have a transaction, or we can say description, and debit and credit. So here first we look at the capital. So capital is equity. All right. So when you have a equity, where is that we have to post? We have to show this in a credit side. So transaction or description is capital, and this is to be shown on a credit side. So this is 10,000 here. Then machinery is an asset. It is shown on a debit side. So we'll have a machinery, and debit side the value is rupees 6,000. Then bank overdraft is a liability because you have to repay to the bank. So this is a liability. Then it is a credit side. So we can say that overdraft and credit side the amount is rupees 2000. Then prepaid expenses is an asset because you paid expenses in advance, so asset, so debit side. Here prepaid expenses and the amount is 5000. Then reserves and surpluses, this belongs to the owners, that is the equity, so credit side. Reserves and surplus, and 8000, this is onto a credit side. Now outstanding rent, you have to pay the rent. Outstanding is the rent you have not yet paid, outstanding. So this is a liability. So in liability is on the credit side. So outstanding rent rupees 2000. Then bad debts recovered. So there is an increase in your revenue. So this is a credit. Bad debts recovered. This is 4000. Then investment is an asset, so it should be on the debit side. Investment 15,000. Then interest on investment is your revenue or income. So revenue or income is on the credit side. Then interest on investment 1000. Then due to Mohan. So you have to pay amount to the Mohan. So you owe him. So this is a liability, and liability is credit. So here we write Mohan and liability is a 5000. And discount allowed is an expenditure. So this is a debit. Now discount allowed rupees 800. Then due from Vinod. So you have to get this money from Vinod. So it is an asset, receivables and asset. So asset is debit. Now we write Vinod and the amount is 1200. And the patents is your asset. So asset debit side. Now patents. And this is 4000. Now we try to balance these two. So 10, 12, 20, 22, 26 plus 1, 27 plus 5, 32. This should be same onto your debit side also. So 6 plus 5, 11 plus 15, 26 plus 2, 28 plus 4, 32. So 32,000. So your debits and credits are equal here. That means your trial balance is a balancing. Now similarly, we look at another example. So more or less it is the same only. So here you have a opening stock. Opening stock is your asset. So your debit balance. I'm just writing this as an opening stock. So we have a debit and we have a credit balances. So opening stock is 1,02,600. Then return outward. When you're talking about return outward, this is your purchase returns. So purchase return is decrease in your expenditure. So decrease in expenditure is credit. So what is that we do is returns outward and the amount is 48,000. Now salaries is an expenditure, so debit side. So we'll write as salaries and 36,000. Then you have creditors is a liability, that is to whom you have to pay the money, and so this is a credit. So creditors 84,000. Now bank is an asset, so this should be shown on a debit side. So that is bank and asset 1,00,000 35,000. Now you received the rent. This is the revenue or income. So this should be shown onto the credit side. Now rent received. How much? 9,000 onto the credit side. Now carriage inwards. This is an expenditure. So you have to show onto a debit side. Carriage inwards 18,000. Next, bills payable. You have to pay this money. So this is a liability. So liability is on your credit side. I am writing a payables. So payables and amount is 60,000. Then discount allowed. So when you are writing a discount allowed, your income is decreased. So when income decreases, then you have to show onto the debit side. So here discount allowed, so rupees 6,000. Then capital is your equity. So this should be onto the credit side. Now capital 1,65,000 on the credit side. Now purchases is an expenditure. So debit side. Purchases, expenditure and debit side. This is a 3 lakhs. Then insurance claim received. So when you are receiving insurance claim, this is an income or decrease in your expenditure. So we'll write on a credit side. Insurance received 12,000. Now debtors is an asset. So you have to show it on a debit side. How much is the debtors? 45,000. Then sales is your revenue, or we can say income. So this should be shown onto the credit side. So sales 4,20,000. Then carriage outward is an expenditure. So this should be shown on a debit side. So carriage outward 15,000. Then machinery is an asset. So this should be onto the debit side. So you have a machinery 54,000. Then return inward. So return inward is decrease in your revenue. So decrease in a revenue is debit. Return inward, so 9,000. Trade expenses is an expense. So this is to your debit side. So expenses, how much? 18,000. Then your building is an asset. So debit side. When you're saying the debit side, that means this account have a debit balance. So as you know, your assets and expenses will have a debit balances, whereas the liabilities, equity and income will have a credit balances. Now we will balance these two. So first we balance the credit side values. 48,000 plus 84,000 plus 9,000 plus 60,000 plus 1,65,000 plus 12,000 plus 4,20,000. So this comes to 7,98,000. Now we look at the debit side values. So this is 1,02,600 plus 36,000 plus 1,35,000 plus 18,000 plus 6,000 plus 3 lakhs plus 45,000 plus 15,000 plus 54,000 then plus 9,000 plus 18,000 plus 60,000. So 7,98,600. So there is a difference of a 600. So this difference of a 600, here we made a mistake here. So the capital is 1,65,600, whereas here we considered it as a 1,65,000. So this is a error that we made. So this is 1,65,600. So if you add 600 here, then this becomes 7,98,600. So on both the sides we have the same value, that is 7,98,600 and 7,98,600. Now our trial balance is balanced. Now this is how the errors happens in your accounting transactions when you are posting, when you are entering. So these kind of errors will happen, and that is the reason why we create a trial balance to verify or to check whether our balances are rightly posted from journals to ledgers and from ledger to the trial balance. I guess now this has become easy for you to understand how we make mistakes in doing the analysis or in doing accounting, and how to rectify them. So the trial balance will give you or will help you to balance or to see whether debits equals to credit or not. But even after this also, there are a few other transactions. Once you close your trial balance, you will find that some of the entries are not made or some adjustment has to be prepared. So using all those things, all those transactions, we create a closing entries and we prepare an adjusted trial balance. Once an adjusted trial balance is prepared, then we move to preparation of a final accounts, or called as the financial statements, like your statement of profit and loss, balance sheet and cash flow. So to prepare your final accounts or financial statements, the base is your trial balance. That means instead of looking for each and every ledger book and getting the values from there and then calculating your income statement or balance sheet, what is that we do is we put all the ledger balances in one place, that is a trial balance, and using this trial balance we will prepare our final accounts. So thank you for watching my lecture. In next module I am going to explain you how to prepare trading and profit and loss account with a simple balances, then with the adjustments, then we also prepare balance sheets and balance sheets with the different adjustment entries. So with that, this the complete course will be done. That is starting from generalizing of a transactions to preparation of a final accounts. So this course of Introduction to Financial Accounting covers all these topics. See you soon. Have a great time.